Time to dare. Let's get stuck into this one. Test your vision, personal costs, and your marketing plan. Testing your vision. Passion clouds our judgment. We're so sure that our idea is so absolutely fantastic, we're convinced it's going to work. I was in Tembisa yesterday, driving through Tembisa on the way to a Nedbank shoot for It's My Biz, and a most brilliant marketing and business opportunity appeared to me. Honestly, this is going to revolutionize my life for me. I realized that while I was driving through Tembisa, there wasn't one single shop that sold swimming pool chemicals or swimming pool equipment. I mean, what an opportunity awaits. Sorry? I've just found out that apparently there are no swimming pools in Tembisa. Well, so much for that idea. That's the kind of thing. You've got to test your vision every night. You've got to tell people. You've got to get some local knowledge. You've got to understand what's going on. And there are ways to do it. First thing is you've got to learn to ask questions all the time. So, questions. Who, what, where, when, how, all the time. Another one of my favorites is to ask the question why 3 times or have somebody do it to you. Ma'am, what is your business?
It's an event for kids parties.
Kids parties. Why should I use you?
Because I'm offering excellent service.
Why should I believe that you're offering excellent service?
I need to.
No, not to worry. No, I'm not actually. But what I'm saying is, we can always answer the question once. That seems to be no problem. Just try it 3 times. When you can answer why to some claim that you've made about your product, about your business, about your service, when you can answer why 3 times, that's when you understand your product and you have the ability to tell people. Why all the time. So, on a piece of paper, write down your challenges. Who's going to help me? What's my challenge? Where am I going to find the answer? Or when am I going to do it? How am I going to get it done? Once you start learning to ask yourself questions all the time, you will be surprised how quickly the answers come to you. And if you can't find the answer yourself, get on the internet. It's sitting there somewhere. Whatever problem you have in your business, I can promise you right now, be it a technical problem, a sales problem, a marketing problem, someone in the world has had that problem already, and the solution is sitting there waiting for you. You just have to do the research and go and find it. And speaking of research, you can also conduct online surveys yourself. You go to sites like surveygizmo.com, set up a free site for yourself, ask some questions, send it out to your customers, and let them answer them for you. Now we also need to understand the cost, because nothing kills a great vision than suddenly discovering there's absolutely no money. Now I want to tell you something else about marketing, those of you that are doing some marketing. Anything that doesn't get results isn't really marketing. It's rubbish, and very expensive rubbish at that. Okay. Now, how many of you are doing the brochures, flyers, website, billboards? We're doing that? At the robot, a flyer, anything we can do. How do you know if they're working? Quintus, how do you know? Customers come in. And you ask them. Each one that walks in the door. I've got a better way for you. Next time you're printing some brochures, the bottom of the brochure, just right there, ask for extension 1. The bottom of the flyer, ask for extension 2. At the bottom of the billboard, ask for extension 3. On your website, ask for extension 4. Then you're sitting there and your phone rings one day. Do I have a phone? I think I do. Phone rings, I pick it up. Brand strategy, Mike speaking, how may I help you? Hi, please could I have extension 2? Sure, please hold the line. I'm afraid that extension's busy. Could I help you? Now, what I do on a piece of paper is I simply tick off on my little block there, extension 2. At the end of the month, I add them up, and I see that the local newspaper is getting a much better result than any of the others. And all of a sudden, I know that's where I need to channel my money. So just a simple thing that will help you change. So start shopping around. That's the first thing. Whatever you're buying, you need to learn to get quotes for it. Whether you're looking for a service or you're looking for a product or whatever it is you're looking for, please, you need to get quotes on it. You just need to get a simple request for information quote. That's all it is, request for quotation. Learn to write down things like your name, your contact, what it is you deliver, what it is that you need from them, by when you want it. Give the people that are quoting as much space and time as possible and get quotes all the time. The biggest problem, is anyone else here in the restaurant industry? Food and beverage, restaurant? Seeing their hand slowly going up. Don't be embarrassed. I was too, I promise you. The problem with the restaurant industry is what people do is they get used to buying from one supplier all the time. So it's just a matter of, oh, send the usual, send the usual. We never check prices. All of a sudden you wake up one day and you're not making any money. Why? Because the input costs have gone up so much. And the same happens in your business. Please don't forget that a rand spent is not the same as a rand earned. If you're working on a 10% net profit, that means that for every 100 rand you spend, you have to earn 1,000. Try and remember that. Anything you can save yourself on means you have to do less sales to break even later on. I'm not even an accountant, and I think I understand that concept. So do this. The request for information, there is a template there for you to have a look at. You can build a small one. It's as easy as that. Next thing is your marketing plan. And this is probably the single most important thing, is the ability for a business to write a marketing plan. If you're looking for money, if you want to go to Nedbank and you want money from them, then yes, you have to write the business plan first. If you don't need money, then what you need is you need to write a marketing plan. You need to understand that every single cent that comes into your business comes inside the wallet, inside the pocket of a customer. Your job is to get that customer into your shop, be it online, offline, contacting you, however it is. It doesn't have to be a live shop. Get them there and then to willingly give you their money. And that requires a marketing plan. And writing a marketing plan is not really that difficult. You can write a 7-step plan in a single day, if not less. It's quite simple. Start off by writing down, number 1, understand your market and your competition. Know exactly who you're competing with. Understand what they're charging, what services, what are their differentials. That's another thing about the internet that's so fantastic. You can go to all your customers, all your competitors' websites. You can look up everything. You can get costs. You can see what they offer. You can send them a request for a quote. Step number 2, understand your customer. Try and get yourself once again into the mind of your customer. What is it that my customer wants and needs from me? People will spend very reluctantly on things that they need, but there's no amount of money that they won't spend on something that they want. It's called the lipstick index. Do you know that women will rather buy lipstick and starve at home than look ugly? Yes. Honestly, that's called the lipstick index. And men, I would rather buy a new remote control than pay the school fees. Because to have to get up and change the TV all the time drives me insane. So we all have this thing, are you offering something? That's where Apple were fantastic. Apple had the ability to sell us products that we didn't even need, but we wanted. And then to get us to upgrade stuff that we didn't need to upgrade, but we wanted to. Once you've done that, it's quite important that you pick a niche and you understand that there's something in particular that you're going to concentrate on. A gentleman stood up at the talk yesterday. He explained that he had a business in Edenvale, that he did accounting services. He said the problem was that within a few kilometers of him, there were at least 20 people offering the same service as him. So he had absolutely no idea what to do. So I said to him, how many restaurants are there in Edenvale? He said, I don't know, it must be 50 or 100. I said, at least. I said, why don't you become an accountant who specializes in restaurants? He went, oh, I think I'll do that. Now, all I've done is I've made him tomorrow, or today I hope, he's going to go out and he's going to walk and talk to every single restaurant, which he wasn't doing yesterday. And that's the difference. So can you pick a niche for yourself? Can you say, in my particular market, this is where I'm going to aim? In your case, it's probably commuters, children, whatever it is. Pick your niche. Develop your marketing message. That's also very important. Understand what it is that you're going to tell people. What is that line that you're going to use? How are you going to attract them to the business? That message has to get them to come in and talk to you. Once you've done that, very importantly, understand which mediums you're going to use. Where are you going to spend the money? Are you going to print brochures? Are you going to print flyers? Are you going to use the local newspaper? You see, most people, the problem is we don't understand that it's great to use the internet as a tool, but we have to get those people off the internet and into our shops or into our businesses. There has to be some way that we convert them from online customers to offline customers who actually pay us money. And don't forget that when you're putting that strategy together. So determine your marketing meetings and then set yourself some sales and marketing goals. Now, those are two different goals. A marketing goal, for example, is how many people you want to phone you, or how many people you want to respond to an advert, or how many clicks you want on your website, or how many friends you want on to like your Facebook page. Those are marketing goals. Sales goals are completely different. They say, I'm going to have 10 new customers. I'm going to have 6 new people walking into my studio, whatever it is. That's where it comes in. And then finally, you need to develop some kind of marketing budget. Although you can get by with very little money, you do need to put something aside. If you have no money at all, I have a completely different marketing plan for you. It goes like this. Raise your one hand, raise your other hand, put your hands together, bow your head, pray to God. That's another way to get customers. But you do need to spend some money, whatever it is, even if that money that you're spending is in the form of your own time. And don't discount that. 4 steps to achieve it. Plan purposefully, prepare prayerfully, proceed positively, and pursue persistently. In other words, plan, prepare, proceed, and pursue. That's what it's going to take to make your business fly. Time to do. The money thing. Isn't this a wonderful thing? And I'm not even an accountant, but I understand how important that is. It's time to start establishing how your business is going to make money. How you're going to convert all this effort in sales and marketing, these ideas that you have, this vision that you've got, this new business that you want to start, your existing business, whatever it is, how you're going to get it to start marketing. First of all, you need to understand pricing. Pricing is the single most important part. I have seen businesses that if I could help them write a marketing strategy and get more people in the door, they would simply go bankrupt quicker. Please make sure you're not one of those companies. Please make sure that whatever effort you're doing, you're getting the correct reward for it. There are different ways to do pricing. First of all, there's markup pricing. Markup pricing is when you've decided that you're going to simply buy something in and then you're going to sell it on at a predetermined markup. For example, in a restaurant, they try and mark things up by about 40% cost, 60% profit, so that by the time they've reduced all their costs, they're left with as little as 10%. You need to understand what that is in your business so you can get your percentages right. Another kind of marketing is vendor pricing. That's where the manufacturer recommends a price to you and you use the manufacturer's price. That's very often used by small businesses to actually cut down on competition so that you can't undercut each other. You all decide, it sounds like the competition board should get involved, you all decide to keep your pricing at a particular level. Another one is competitive pricing, and this is how most small businesses price. What we do is we look at the competition, we see what they're charging, and we then decide, are we going to charge less, the same, or more? Own up, who's done that? Right, there we go. You see, that's how we do our pricing. It is one of the ways to price. You need to be careful. Sometimes you do want to be more expensive because you want to offer more. Please, if you are going to do competitive pricing, please understand exactly what your competitor gives for the price that you're charging. That's the problem that we make. We don't understand what it is. So you almost need to employ them or get someone else to employ them so you can see that you're able to over-deliver on that particular thing. That's competitive pricing. It's also very important.